G'day, today we're going to have a look at the weekly challenge. This one is set in Chiang Mai. We're right at the end of the week. This one. So it is the week of the 2nd of September. We start with one of each of upgrade. We double the number of motorways awarded, always fun. More trees, a little bit tricky. Let's speed things up. I can do my normal gripe that I wish I could speed things up even more at the start. So we get through these first few hundred. Which I don't want to take individual claim, but I feel like I fed that back to the guy that made AQR, and he added it. And he specifically told me he'd added it. I really need to revisit AQR. I really did enjoy that as a game. It's a pretty nice little starting layout we've got here. So it's a double destination. I'm actually going to use my roundabout there. Because double destinations are always going to be a chance to sink you. But let's just set ourselves up so we can get more sort of people to this area if we need to. I think it's a bigger chance of sinking us than everything else. But I mean, the thing that I can't really figure out with something like a double destination is if you look at a single destination, you've got a thing where everyone's going to come in the same way, and as they drop people off, they're going to turn around and go back out. So you've got this sort of flow of people moving in and out. When it comes to a double destination, there's people coming in both ways, but they don't stop. Like, you look at this blue guy, he's going to stop suddenly, but he could possibly go all the way up here. I haven't quite worked out the pattern of what way they go. There you go. This yellow guy's gone all the way to that second spot. And so because of that, this guy's gone all the way to the end. So is there a problem with that? Are we going to have bigger issues? Okay, speaking of issues, we've got these trees here that's going to stop this guy from coming across. Let's just do that. Like, if you had these three yellow houses on the left, so we had them come into this roundabout, and then so everyone was entering through this top column and then leaving through that bottom one, would that be more efficient? I mean, obviously the most efficient way, I feel, would be that for every yellow... We can't quite across that bridge. Have a roundabout. Am I going to get a roundabout soon? Here's really where I wanted to put the roundabout, so that's a problem anyway. This road here is causing me problems. Let's quickly give these guys the motorway to hop them there to just sort of get this guy lowered down while we wait for the end of the week and see if we can get a piece that will like allow both of these guys to be a little bit happier. Two motorways. So what I want to kind of do, I feel, is let's allow these guys to both sort of hop up, and then what I'm going to do is build this sort of setup for these guys. Now the reason we're going to do that is it's that the two motorways are at opposite ends, so the closest guys to the lower pink will be the two on the right, the closest guys to the one on the left will be the two on the left. So their preference is going to be the closest house to them, which means that this pink house on the far left will go first for the guy on the right. The pink house on the right will be the first one to go to the other one. But with that, it means that they're going to be backing each other up, but it's very unlikely that you're going to see anyone using this piece of road in the middle, because that's a sort of break class in case of emergency sort of setup that's going on there. Okay. So, let's just quickly, like roundabouts. How many? I don't even know how I'm going for road tiles. 48. Oh, it's right here. I don't know why I need to look at the map to figure that out. Okay. Pause for a second. So, we've now got these two houses at the top here, and we've now got this destination thing here. So what we can do is we can flip this guy that way. We can get rid of that bridge. Get rid of that bridge. It's a pain. Motorway. So for now, these two guys here are going to take a motorway and get to there. I would have just had them run around the top, except we have an impenetrable wall of trees that's stopping that from happening. These two guys we're going to cut down this way and get over there. These guys we're going to run that way, get in and help this guy out. This guy we can possibly do that with. Pink is a bit of a mess though. That's one that we're going to have to address. Because all three of our motorways, I feel like, are being luxury used here. Like, we probably don't need any of those. Maybe number 2. Let's put a roundabout in here, though. I'll have to move that, so let's just bump him up for a moment. Sorry, do you think that'll let me put one there? Good. Yeah. Alright, so this guy's just become even more important. This guy we can run down and in there. Now, what's good about these houses at the top is that we can get, say, one more house at the top here, right? Like the bridge. What we can do is we can connect them together and we can ask this to go that way. And it means that we can have the remainder of the guys down here all focused on helping out the 2 of these. I do have a bridge now as well, so what I can do is I can run that there. Pause for just a second while we make sense of the things that have just happened. Got that bridge, so we can run this down here and up that way. Save ourselves another motorway. So we're just going to try and reclaim motorways at the moment. We have this yellow here that's going to need attention. This guy here, I think he's just I was just waiting for his motorway to move, so he's not as bad as he looks. Do that. I just don't feel like there's that much for this guy. And he also becomes by far the closest, so let's not do that. Yellow. We turn these 2 guys around and do that. That's 4 guys helping yellow on that point. And what we can do is we can turn these 3 guys around and wait for a motorway. Ask them to pop to the top. Awkward little spot to find yourself, isn't it? That's an even worse spot, because I could have run pink up and above you, but now they're stuck below. I need a motorway or a bridge or something. Let's do that for now. And we need a bridge or a motorway. These pinks down the bottom are really the backups for these 2 pink destinations. So it's actually not too bad how quiet this road is. You can see currently there's only red running on it. All of the pink cars are coming from here. Great. Okay. So, similar to what we had before, let's build that layout. And then we can almost immediately disregard it if we get one more house down here. Alright. Got another 2 blues there. Really should consider giving one of these other yellows to this yellow on the far left. He's currently only got the 1 house, but he's very well off at the moment. Right, so then what we can do is we can hop this to there. And, oh goodness, alright, so we'll drop that to the bottom side. I don't know what to do with this red. He's sort of too far off the... Drop that through like that. Wow. Alright, that was quick. What I want is I'm going to get rid of that. Flip these guys all around. Have them run like that. And once we get that bridge back, then we'll get these guys connected that way. It's the bridge. Really awkward setup of houses we're getting down here. Like, they're not really working for the way they're connecting. Alright, we've got another bridge. So we can... Let's think about this. We can run this up that way. Have this guy to connect through there. Then what we can do is we can take these 3 guys, run them that way. So at the moment I'm going to leave those 2 connected so that both are supporting both, but they'll like these guys at the top will, the left will primarily go for the guy at the top. And again, they're sort of separated out for each house has their primary one they're looking after, but they do have options. I mean, that doesn't, I guess, really work. What sounds like me wrapping my fingers on the microphone. That's the music, if that's bothering you. Apologies, that's what I can do for that one. It's a more questionable choice in the music. Wow. If I can go in and skip song or something somewhere, because this one's really off-putting. Just wrapping my fingers trying to solve these problems. Okay, so if we'll flip these guys, I can't leave this guy unattended for too long. So we've just got to wait for that motorway to come back though. So what we'll do is we'll turn these 3 guys, and we will get them to go and help him out. It's such a short skip that I'd say 3 guys should be right doing that. This green, just run a crazy road all the way around the top. Take care of him for now. A nice get yellow there. Red. Alright. Well, I don't really need you guys connected at all, do I? These double motorways are definitely helping out here. let's pause for a second. We'll take, well, I guess it doesn't make sense, does it? So what we've got to do is we'll get rid of these guys, and then we'll take a bridge and get these guys to go take care of him, because they're half the distance. I mean, that's the pink road that we're already working with anyway, right? So, let's try and work out a solution here for these guys. So, let's take red off this track. These guys now aren't being used. Get rid of that. Does really mean what I can do is that. I don't need this at all. It does mean that all three of these guys are now being looked after by the one little set of houses, which probably isn't enough, so maybe let's give them back. Let's give back both of these guys. We'll just keep an eye on how this guy's lasting. Now give that guy the 4. Run these guys down. I'm still very short on roundabouts in this one. Run that down. Up. It's a long way. But it does give I had something else. Oh, this guy just updated. Okay. It's a long way, but it's a fair few houses for that one guy. These blues here are actually really close to that guy. Again, a roundabout here is desperately what we need. Green. Sure, green, just sort of set yourself up anywhere. Who's freaking out? That red. Now, what we can do... Got a bridge? I do have a bridge. I feel as a temporary fix, what we can do is we can take these guys, run them... That unstraight, I don't like it. Run them that way. Which means we can take these two guys, run them that way to help him out. And just temporarily, we can add these two guys to that side. And that guy, because he's actually got someone sitting at home. We can just... Sorry, also got this green over here. Let's just do that little sort of the house at the back belong to you set up for him while we figure this out. This is becoming a problem. We need a roundabout here desperately. Especially before we start getting houses there. Great. Okay, so... Let's drop it to there. Let's drop that guy in there. Do that. Great, there's another red house up here that's going to help this guy. Oh my goodness. Okay, so we're going to cut that out of here. So we'll cut him just a little bit short so blue's not on that. We do have some blue houses at the top here, so a bridge would sort us out at the top. Problem I have down the bottom here, by the way, is that we now have basically everyone of these pink houses has this circular pink as the furthest away location. So no one's going to prioritize going to this guy. Everyone's going to prioritize going to the other ones. Also, I still wanted a roundabout here that I also don't yet have, and that's losing space with more yellow houses showing up. But we also have enough yellow houses here that we can get rid of this motorway. See, no one was even using it. Let's just put those guys in for now. These two guys, for now, are going to be popping over there to help out. See, this is a problem here. And that's the entire network for this guy is operating through that. So, again, similar to what we've done with other ones, let's take this, let's put a motorway right there and hop that over that way. So to go to him, you go from the back of this set. There's also been enough increase in houses here that possibly I could disconnect this whole group of guys and just have them focus on him. See, that's significantly improved this section just here. We've also got these two red houses just there, so we're probably not going to see anything red coming from down here anymore. These are more primarily going to be yellow through and green coming around the top. What we'd really like is to get green to not have to come around the top, but going through this double intersection isn't great either. Nice get for, I guess, this guy down here. We can get 2 more friends, 3 more friends, we can cut that motorway out of there. Friend number 1. A lot of yellow down here too. More pink. Like 2 more pink houses in on this island here, and I can get rid of that bridge. Roundabout. Okay, so roundabout, can we fit you in here? Great. Pause. This guy, that guy. You guys through like that. Is there any blue I'm just not using? This yellow here, you can see he's starting to struggle a bit. Let's fix that. What's that? This yellow over here. Okay. So think about this. Also, that guy I've just set up the wrong way. He can do that. He can cut through to this guy without a problem. Do that. Give these 4 guys to him exclusively. And just temporarily, what we'll do is we will get all of these yellows faced that way. I don't have a motorway at the moment though. Where can I pull a motorway from? Look at that guy. You can see it's being used, but I guess that means that the houses here are a shorter distance than the 2 up here. Well, that's a get. It's definitely a get. We desperately need it's got to come to the party. Is it gone yet? Great. Oh yeah. Pause. Okay. These guys here, let's bounce them to there. I think almost everyone is going from there. So what I'm do is I will add that as well, because then that means the other people waiting there can also go. And since we are in an absolute disaster, the majority of these are heading for that top one. which is probably the bigger priority. You can see that the guys back here currently aren't being used too, so let's grab it, these 4 guys, cut them that way. There. Go help this guy out. We can also move this ever so slightly like that. Get that guy in there so we can get an extra yellow house getting up here. And that guy, I don't want him doing that really. It's going to get in the way, but we can get him back there to sort of be less immediately in the way. Same for this guy, he can sort of connect at the back there. So once these guys sort of figure out their little initial congestion, we hopefully should be in a bit of a better spot. I'm going to take this yellow house and send him that way to help this guy out who's starting to panic a little bit more. We just need to see all these yellow houses up here, sort of, like all these yellow cars that are coming from here, which majority of them are heading north. We do have a spare bridge. Real question of if I need to split these guys out now because there's too much congestion in this. What I'm going to do is I'm going to turn that guy north. I'm going to turn this guy back down here because he's now going to look after that guy. Get rid of that. Greens, I've got 4 greens looking after this guy. And I'm going to get rid of that again. Try and get these guys to focus on the ones they need to focus on to try and reduce the amount of cars passing through. I also had the issue that red was still coming through here because of this, which was also because green was coming through. But these 4 greens here are now the only need to look after that one guy. So I don't think that's as desperate. And also what we can do, we've got enough tiles that if we do have guys that we need to sort of like work as backups, and then get them to try and skip all the way around the top just to sort of get out of the way of red, who's currently struggling. Given red 2 much closer guys. Pause for a second. Okay. So we have an extra motorway, and what I think we should do is that this is now only used for these backup greens that are coming. But really what we want is this to be there. But this is a problem in that if I move that, we're going to lose the... they're going to stop before they actually start doing it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put highway 8 there and him up there and then say cancel that one. So these guys should figure out that they can go north, or they won't stop sending guys, they'll just use the alternate option. It should take them out of this roundabout, which is in a pretty bad way, but no, not fast enough. Too much stuff going through that roundabout. Alright, let's see how we did. End of the week, I would imagine pretty poorly, because that was a pretty fast collapse at the end there. Yeah, top 10%. Pretty funny how far down 10% is here. Majority all the way back. 401. I guess okay. Any questions or comments, feel free to chuck them below. And until next time, catch you later. See ya.